Hello, I am Amy Carpenter and welcome to my brand new TV show, Around Town with Amy. Why am I inside a TV studio if this show is called Around Town with Amy? Because I wanted to take a few minutes to introduce myself and tell you more about what you can expect to see. I have been a reporter for the Town Crier for 5 years. In that time, I've had the privilege to meet a lot of great people, and trust me, Fairfield County is full of amazing, wonderful people, all with unique stories to tell. Now I am excited to bring you their stories in their voices. I will continue to write for the Town Crier, and those stories will complement what you see on my show. Now on to my first story on Around Town with Amy. This is a story that is very close to my heart. Join me as we learn how the Fairfield County Sheriff's Office Pooches and Patrol calendar helps benefit the Hank Cable Sarcoma Foundation. That is coming up next on Around Town with Amy. Meet Aries, Luna, and Sarge, the lovable furry family of Sheriff Deputy Jeff Reed and his wife, County Dispatcher Blair Reed.
I've got protection, love. They're amazing with our kids. Just the never dying love. I could be having a horrible day and I've got 3 dogs that are just staring at me, wanting to play, love me no matter what.
But before Aries, Luna, and Sarge, there was Muggsy.
Went and got him from a cute little old couple breeders, and he was my man. He was my best friend. Muggsy lived to be 16 years old, was with us through our wedding, through buying our house, through the birth of all of our children, and he was my baby.
Well, he got to a point of time where his quality of life was not good, so we went to see the vet who told us the inevitable at that point. You have a 16-year-old pug and more than likely has one, if not multiple types of cancer, and if not some other things going on as well. And at this point, it's our belief that things are starting to shut down inside of him.
The Reed's experience with Muggsy paralleled Hank's experience. Hank was my fur baby, and in 2012 he began to show signs of problems. But it wasn't until 2013 that Hank was diagnosed with cancer, a grapefruit-sized tumor in his pelvis. Early detection of canine cancer is critical in the treatment for your pooch. Some early signs include abnormal or rapidly growing swellings, sores that do not heal, loss of appetite and weight loss, bleeding or discharge from body openings, difficult eating, swallowing, or breathing, lameness, and difficulty urinating or defecating. Unfortunately, in 2014, Hank lost his brave battle with cancer. In Hank's memory, the Hank Cable Sarcoma Foundation was formed in 2015 to raise money and awareness for canine cancer and sarcoma. In 2016, the first Hank Cancer Awareness Calendar was published, featuring Hank on Channel 4. Every year since, the calendar has featured different community organizations. The 2022 calendar features members of the Fairfield County Sheriff's Office. In 2016, Deputy Reed had a very special moment with Hank that was caught on camera. That photo was featured in the first calendar.
But then we got the famous photo for the first calendar where I was giving Hank his ticket for driving without a seatbelt or whatever it was. So I remember I put my hand up on the window and I'm like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And he just took his paw and went right up on my hand, and I'm like,
"You might think you're in charge, but I'm in charge here.
Oh yeah,
this is my car."
Yeah, he's like, "Ticket nothing." He's like, "Hey, how about if I hold your hand?"
Sales of the calendar, as well as the annual 5K walk run, raise funds to help find a cure for canine cancer and sarcoma. Unknown to many, cancer is the leading non-accidental cause of death in dogs, with 1 in 3 dogs being diagnosed and 50% dying from the disease. Those are numbers that the Hank Cable Sarcoma Foundation is focused on improving.
The reality is it's humans and it's canines, it's everybody, and I think it's beneficial for anyone to just be aware of.
Fairfield County Sheriff Alex Lape thought it was important for his office to participate in this year's calendar.
I think it's always good to showcase and help spread the word about the sarcoma for not only our canine friends but also for humans. It's just a worthy cause, and it also gives an opportunity to highlight some of the deputies here at the Sheriff's Office, which is an important thing for me.
The 2022 calendar features members of the Sheriff's Office and their canines, all photographed at various parks around the county.
Well, I've always kind of been a bit of a history buff. I especially like the history of Fairfield County. The parks are always a cool place to go. I think it also shares information to the public in general about the parks that are in the county that they may or may not know about.
As much fun as the sheriff and his staff had participating in the creation of the calendar, they all knew it was for an important cause.
There's all kinds of things in the world. You know, cancer is obviously a very big one. So when I saw what you were doing, I'm like, yeah, I want to be part of that.
Since 2015, the Hank Cable Sarcoma Foundation has raised over $53,000 for cancer research and awareness. For more information on how you can purchase a Pooches and Patrol calendar, visit www.hankcablesarcomafoundation.com. You can also read more about the making of the 2022 calendar in the July 19th edition of the Town Crier. Thank you for joining me on the first edition of Around Town with Amy.